ادْعُ إِلَىٰ سَبِيلِ رَبِّكَ بِالْحِكْمَةِ وَالْمَوْعِظَةِ الْحَسَنَةِ وَجَادِلْهُم بِالَّتِي هِيَ أَحْسَنُ.
Reason number 5 is the Quran is agreed with science. Scientific fact, Quran agrees with science, not opposite around. In 1929, Edward Hubble discovered that the universe was expanding. Astonished account for the extension technologies, ulama the last one that said made mentioned that scientifically facts more than 1400 years ago. In Surah Dariyat, Surah 51 verse 47.
وَالسَّمَاءَ بَنَيْنَاهَا بِأَيْدٍ وَإِنَّا لَمُوسِعُونَ.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran, we have power to construct in the heavens and earth, able to extend the vastness and space therefore in. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is a literate man. How did you know that? About science and facts mentioned in the Quran. Many of you understand the Quran. Jonas Cooper, 1571 and 16, discovered that planet moves in circular motion. The Quran mentioned that orbit describes the movement of planet. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala used the word orbits in the Quran to spare the doubts in the regarding movement of planet. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned Quran Surah Anbiya verse 33.
وَهُوَ الَّذِي خَلَقَ اللَّيْلَ وَالنَّهَارَ وَالشَّمْسَ وَالْقَمَرَ كُلٌّ فِي فَلَكٍ يَسْبَحُونَ.
What did he say that? Indeed, he has created the night and day and sun and moon, each are floating, orbit of floating. Subhanallah, scientists impressed with this Quran verse. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned the Quran in Surah Hujurat verse 7, Jariyat, by the heavens full of paths. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told us the purpose of the mountains. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says Surah Nuba verse 7, mountains as
وَالْجِبَالَ أَوْتَادًا.
pegs. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned that Surah Luqman verse 10.
خَلَقَ السَّمَاوَاتِ بِغَيْرِ عَمَدٍ تَرَوْنَهَا وَأَلْقَى فِي الْأَرْضِ رَوَاسِيَ أَن تَمِيدَ بِكُمْ وَبَثَّ فِيهَا مِن كُلِّ دَابَّةٍ وَأَنزَلْنَا مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مَاءً فَأَنبَتْنَا فِيهَا مِن كُلِّ زَوْجٍ كَرِيمٍ.
We create the heavens and earth in pillars. When you see those earth affirms mountains, and it should not shake with them, are scattered and they are moving, living. Creatures of kind of send down water, rain and the sky that cools the planets and goodly kind of growth comes Surah Rahman, verse 10. So purpose of mountains is to keep the earth still. It doesn't noble.
لقد أرسلنا رسلنا بالبينات وأنزلنا معهم الكتاب والميزان ليقوم الناس بالقسط وأنزلنا الحديد فيه بأس شديد ومنافع للناس وليعلم الله من ينصره ورسله بالغيب إن الله قوي عزيز.
Walk unto it. It's easy to walk. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran, I have already sent down messengers before you, down with scriptures and believers, balancing the mountains, justice, and we have sent down iron, military might, my benefit for people and earth. So iron is also earth, a people who makes weaponries, cares, cars, all technology is very helpful. Iron came for the test that which iron will fight in Allah's way or who will fight against Allah's way. There are two types of enemies. Iron can use for down to metaphor, meteoric scientific facts in the Quran. Iron came from the heavens. The scientist facts of the Quran is not told that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the moon as a lamp. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala referred to lamp because the sun produces its own light of heat. Moon is a reflector or reflects light from the sun. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran Surah Al-Quran verse 61.
تبارك الذي جعل في السماء بروجا وجعل فيها سراجا وقمرا
Mention the
منيرا.
blessing of who placed the heavens and stars, placed therefore the great lamp and a given light. Subhanallah. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala referred this night as lamp and Qur'an because the moon is merely a reflector of the sun. Scientific facts, the Qur'an is came Big Bang for example. Surah Anbiya verse 30. Have not those
ومن يرغب عن ملة إبراهيم إلا من سفه نفسه ولقد اصطفيناه في الدنيا وإنه في الآخرة لمن
believe and know the
الصالحين.
heavens and earth were together in one unit and departed from, and we made water living things, then would not they believe? Surah Anbiya, Surah 21, verse 13. So disbelievers trying to say the Big Bang came from about itself, Allah subhanahu said we departed them. Allah subhanahu said refuted the Big Bang. Allah subhanahu the idea understanding of this. Allah subhanahu mentioned this that great living was man-made from water. 70% or 80% our body is made of water. Scientific facts. So Quran facts tells a female spider is responsible for making the web. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran Al-Kabut.
مثل الذين اتخذوا من دون الله أولياء كمثل العنكبوت اتخذت بيتا وإن أوهن البيوت لبيت العنكبوت لو كانوا يعلمون.
Surah 29 verse 41. Likeness of those awliya, other than that, it's likeness of spider who built itself the house, spider house, verily for those weaknesses of house or spider house. And this would they not know? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the female's version of the web of the ayat. Itself is like likeness is used to she build for herself house. We read the Quran that we embrace Islam. If you are a devil yourself, you will not understand the facts. Scientific facts, the female bees are responsible for making the herbs. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran.
وأوحى ربك إلى النحل أن اتخذي من الجبال بيوتا ومن الشجر ومما يعرشون.
And for your Lord inspired the saying, tell the inhabitants of the mountains and in the trees and the erect. Surah 16 verse 68. However, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala stated the scientific Quran impossible the disbelievers, scientists to refute the facts. The bees, honeys in the mountain, second best of the trees, the best trees of the man erect. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in that she takes the female version of the web. So Allah tells us that job the build the hive and the job the females, not the male bees. Never scientific facts. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran Surah Rum verse 1 to 3.
ألف لام ميم غلبت الروم في أدنى الأرض وهم من بعد غلبهم سيغلبون.
Alif Lam Mim. Meaning the Romans will be defeated in near land in near Syria, Iraq, Jordan, and Philistine, and they were defeated within the victories. We called Muhammad the known the lowest land. How do you know that? You didn't go and visit that. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned Al-Rahman, Surah Rahman, verse 19 to 21.
مرج البحرين يلتقيان بينهما برزخ لا يبغيان فبأي آلاء ربكما تكذبان.
We have loosed the two seas, salt water and sweet, meeting together. Between them, the barrier between them. None of them can transgress. which were blessings of your Lord, they both you denied. Ar-Rahman, Surah 19, verse 21. Allah SWT says in Surah Alaq, verse 15 to 16.
كلا لئن لم ينته لنسفعا بالناصية ناصية كاذبة خاطئة
Nay, Abu Jahl, seize not, we will catch you with your forelocks, lying and sinful forelocks. 96, Surah 96, verse 15 to 16. And above that, I mentioned that again, the section of the brains, the concurrence, and the frontal lobe. Allah SWT mentioned the verse, impressed with scientific fact. In biology, the Quran has found in 23:12-14.
ولقد خلقنا الإنسان من سلالة من طين ثم جعلناه نطفة في قرار مكين ثم خلقنا النطفة علقة فخلقنا العلقة مضغة فخلقنا المضغة عظاما فكسونا العظام لحما ثم أنشأناه خلقا آخر فتبارك الله أحسن الخالقين.
Allah SWT said in the Quran, Surah Al-Mu'mineen, indeed we created man and out of extract clay of water or earth. Therefore, we made him offering Adam Lutfa, mixed drops of male and female, discharge, large and save large womb. And we made the Lutfa and cloth and thick blood, and we made the cloth into little lamp of flesh. We made a little lamp of flesh and bones and clove and bone of flesh and brought and a certain and blessing to be the best of creators. Surah Al-Mu'mineen, verse 12-14. This verse that caused Dr. Keith Moore to embrace Islam, convert to Islam, finding the scientific facts. So impossible that Muhammad would, literate in person, living in the desert, to explain the ecology in the exact details. Dr. Keith Moore said Muhammad got this knowledge direct from God. Impossible. There was no microscope and microphone, whatever back then. Muhammad explained the details and stage of ecology